8:37. We've just thoroughly grossed out Cat Neville from Feast Magazine, feaststl.com. Good morning, Cat Neville.
I am thoroughly grossed out.
Well, that's what we do here on the Big 550 KTRS.
That is our goal.
Yes, you should hear the things we don't say. You're all sponsored by Jimmy's on the Park, 706 to Munn in Clayton, 725-8585, or their website, jimmyscafe.com. Every Sunday and now every Monday, Jimmy features a 3-course menu for $25 in addition to their full dinner menu from 4 to 9, jimmyscafe.com for more information. Good morning, Cat Neville.
Good morning.
Let's get right to your restaurants.
I have 2 spots with great beverages.
Ah, yes.
The first one I'm going to talk about is called Bella Vino, and it's a wine bar and kind of small plates tapas restaurant in St. Charles. It is at 325 South Main Street, right there in the historic district. Totally charming, really cute. The space is very attractive. They have a really nice kind of fire pit outside in the front where, when it's not 12 degrees outside,
right.
If you want to kind of get around the fire with glasses of wine and a little nosh, it's a great spot. They also have a really terrific patio out back where you can sit on, beautiful days and just kind of while away the afternoon. And the dining room is really attractive. It has this kind of very warm brown walls and mirrors all over the place. It feels very kind of feminine, but not overly feminine. And so they have a really small but well-edited wine selection. And Wednesdays are Wine Wednesdays, and all bottles are 50% off.
Really?
Which, think about it, $50 bottle of wine you get for $25.
Wow. $25 bottle of wine you get for $12.50.
Yes, exactly. You're good at math.
Yeah.
So smart.
$25 bottle you get for $5. No,
hey.
right.
Which is great. I mean, think about it. If you have like a group of friends and you want to go split a bottle of wine, and the food is very nice. So they have a number of salads on the menu. One of the ones that I really enjoyed was a roasted cauliflower and mushroom quinoa salad. So it's healthy and it's really got some nice kind of deep flavors to it. They have standard stuff like they have a kale Caesar, which is really terrific.
Kale is big.
Exactly. The pig and fig, which is greens with prosciutto and pancetta and dried figs and blue cheese. So nothing is just kind of standard issue. They're using a lot of really kind of hot, trendy ingredients, and everything's put together really nicely. They have chorizo stuffed dates, which are delicious. So you have your sticky dates that are stuffed with that spicy chorizo, and that's served with a little bit of maple syrup, and that's lovely. So sweet and spicy. They have these really great spicy meatballs on the menu, and they do shrimp over quinoa, chicken spadini, and then they have this mac and cheese, which is made with pimento cheese that is it's creamy and over the top, good.
Mac and cheese is making a strong comeback.
Well, that's because it's delicious.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah.
What's not to love about it?
Yeah, exactly. And so they've got this really great kind of gemelli noodles, which are the kind of corkscrew noodles.
Right.
And so all the kind of creamy cheese sauce gets into all the nooks and crannies, and it's delicious. They do a number of flatbreads, and they have some pastas and risottos on the menu, but it's great. It's a great little spot in St. Charles.
First of all, Main Street in St. Charles does not get enough attention.
I agree.
I totally agree.
It's one of the great treasures of St. Louis. And
and when you walk down that brick street, I mean, if you kind of forget that there are cars on the street, you can kind of transport yourself. They've done a really nice job of maintaining the architectural integrity of that area so that it really has the historic character. It's very charming.
And you don't want to drive down there because that road is just annoying enough to where you'd rather not drive, right? You'd rather just sort of walk it.
Just walk it.
Because
or
it is
bike
brick.
It.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
and it's brick that Lewis and Clark actually laid. So,
Yep.
you
It's
want to.
neat.
Yeah, it's a great. And the Katy Trail is right there.
Right.
So get off your bike, go to Bella Vino, 325 South Main Street in downtown St. Charles. All right. What's number 2?
Number 2 is Smalls with an S, Tea and Coffee, which is at 2619 and a half Cherokee Street. Just opened up, but you may know Lisa Gavro is the owner, and you may know her from the Trailer, which is this really cute little trailer that vends tea and coffee products at farmers markets. Excuse me. That was hard to get out. And so what she does is she follows Ayurvedic principles in the way that she puts together her loose teas, which means that things are meant in Ayurvedic principles that you really try to balance things out. So it's about positive thinking and then balancing your body out and using food as medicine. So she has a number of different mixes that she makes herself. She also does Goshen coffee pour-overs at Smalls, and then she serves Whisk, which is a sustainable bake shop. She serves Whisk sweets, and then she also has baguettes that are baked by Red Fox Bakery, which is a wood-fired bread baker. And so you can go in and get, for example, there's one called A Cup of Sunshine, and there's one called Edith Gray, which is rose petals and bergamot and black tea. So some of the teas have some of the teas have caffeine and others do not and are strictly herbal teas. And there's one that I just absolutely love, and it has like turmeric and ginger and peppercorns, and I think that's the one that's called A Cup of Sunshine. She has one that's called Drop It Like It's Hot with, which is really fun, obviously, that has like hibiscus. I mean, it's just really, she does a beautiful job of putting these teas together. And if you go in and talk to her and tell her what you're looking for, like if you want to have, for example, if you're going through a cleanse, or if you want something that does have a little bit of caffeine or something that is very calming, she can really point you toward teas that you'll enjoy.
It's Smalls, teas, and what?
Tea and coffee.
Tea and coffee.
Uh-huh.
So do you think that tea, I shouldn't say making a comeback, but, coffee is obviously the big thing, but just as many people like tea or beginning to?
Well, I think so. And again, it's kind of one of those things where you're getting away from just, nothing wrong with Lipton, but you're getting away from just the idea of that, black tea that you just kind of stick in some hot water and just kind of drink. I mean, there are so many beautiful ways to enjoy tea, and tea is extremely good for you. And there are a lot of different types of tea, so you can explore it. And that's part of the fun, too, of coffee. But there are white teas and green teas and black teas, and then obviously herbal teas. And it's kind of this, just like wine or beer, it's kind of an inexhaustible subject that you can really explore. It's a lot of fun.
I never really think of tea. I don't drink coffee, but I wouldn't mind having a tea from time to time.
Teas, I love tea. I probably have 5 different kinds of tea on my desk.
Yeah. Can you add alcohol to tea?
You can add alcohol to anything.
Oh, I forgot who I was talking to. The two of you were like indignant over that question.
Yes,
what kind of ridiculous question is that, Millhaven? All right, Smalls Tea and Coffee, 2619 Cherokee, and it's just west on Jefferson.
Correct. It's right next to the Scarlet Garnet. And by the way, it's incredibly. It is a half. It is teeny tiny, and it is adorable. And the walls are painted white, and she's done these beautiful kind of black designs on the walls, and then all of the wood inside is reclaimed 100-year-old wood. It's very charming. It's beautiful.
Bellavino in St. Charles on Main Street, and then Smalls Tea and Coffee on Cherokee, right there, Jefferson and Cherokee. What's going on with Feast, the Feast STL TV magazine TV show?
The new episode of Feast TV airs this weekend on the 9 network, and so our Chef's issue is the next issue of the magazine, the March issue, and we're going to start doing a Chef's issue every year. I don't know if it's always going to be in March, but we're going to be doing a Chef's issue every year, and so what we're trying to do is really introduce you to what it means to be a chef in St. Louis. So we introduce you to a number of chefs de cuisine and sous chefs and pastry chefs that are working in the area. We are taking you inside of the kitchen at Element, which is a restaurant that runs its kitchen by committee. We just have a lot of different ways.
That must be a disaster. How does that work?
It's not. That's why we're taking you inside, because we want you to kind of see the different ways that people are bringing gorgeous food to your table. And so the Feast TV episode, we spend like a night on the line with Nate Hereford over at Niche. He's the chef de cuisine, which means that, Gerard obviously is the executive chef. He owns the restaurant, but he's running 4 different restaurants. He can't possibly be there all the time. So Nate, is his partner in making Niche what it is. He's the guy there.
He's the kitchen manager, more or less.
Well, but he's the one who is executing and running the kitchen.
Gotcha.
He's the guy that that makes sure that everything that's coming together meets and exceeds Gerard's expectations.
Right.
So it's really cool. It's really cool to learn.
So Feast TV is what time? 2:30.
It's at 2 on Saturday, and then 1 o'clock the following Monday.
Right, and remember at 2, and then it rolls right into all the woodworking shows. So you can start with a little food,
Yep.
And then you can go head right into Ask This Old House, and everything else.
Absolutely. It's right in the lifestyle block.
Okay, good. All right, so that's Feast TV, and then Feast Magazine
Comes out this weekend.
Comes out this weekend.
Absolutely.
Newsstands everywhere.
Yes.
Subscribe to it, and then subscribe to the Sunday Post Dispatch, and then get it delivered straight to your house.
Yep.
That way you don't have to knock over old ladies at the
I love how you always say old lady.
I know.
It's always old lady.
All right, we'll knock over the old man.
There.
All right, good. And then anything else we need to know about Feast?
Well, tonight I've got my cooking class with Schnooks, and if you are ever interested in that, take a look at feaststl.com. We do cooking classes every single month.
Do you always do it over at Manchester, on that Manchester
Yeah, the
one?
DePere Schnooks, which is where the Schnooks cooks. They have this gorgeous working demonstration kitchen, and it's a way to get hands-on, and I join the great folks over there, Lucy and Tori, and we cook up a storm every month, so it's really fun.
She dragged me there once. It was actually a lot of fun.
I did.
It was good. Feaststl.com. Newsstands everywhere. Channel 9, which I'm boycotting, but only for Feast and for the woodworking shows.
Why would you boycott Channel 9? It's PBS.
Because I've never been on Donnybrook.
So you just boycott it?
Well, as a matter of fact.
Every channel that you haven't been on, you're boycotting.
No.
Just Donnybrook.
Just Donnybrook, right? Because they're using my tax dollars against me. So.
Oh my God.
No, exactly. I agree too, right? Except for Feast TV and, of course, all the woodworking shows that I'm actually on. I'm on Channel 9 because I've been on Tommy Mac's woodworking show.
Well, there you go.
So you're on it, so you can't.
Yeah, you can't boycott it.
But that show was taken off because Charlie Brennan said he didn't want that show on anymore. So it's not on anymore. So I'm actually on other PBS channels around the country except the one here in town. Exactly.
I'm speechless, McGraw.
I am too. Thank you. Thank you. You're my partner, and you're my partner in arms.
She's speechless in a different way.
No, she's not.
Yes.
She's with me on this one.
I am without words.
FeastSTL.com. Have a good week.
You too.
8:50 KTR. Let's talk a little hockey with Andy Strickland next on KTR.